Good afternoon, Toronto. Do you love soccer? What? Do you love soccer?
And so I want to hear, I know that a lot of countries haven't qualified yet, but I want to hear who all of you are supporting. I need to start with my home country, mi gente de Colombia. Do we have Argentina? Mexico? Do we have Italy? I hope you guys qualify, I really do.
ጤና ይስጥልኝ ተመልካቾቻችን፣ ይህ ብርሃን ቴሌቪዥን ነው። በአሁኑ ሰዓት በቶሮንቶ መዘጋጃ ቤት ፊት ለፊት እንገኛለን። የሚቀጥለው ዓመት በዚህ ሰዓት በጁን 12 2026 ዓ.ም የዓለም አቀፍ ፉትቦል እግር ኳስ በዚህ በቶሮንቶ ካናዳ ይከበራል። ግጥሚያዎች፣ ውድድሮች ይካሄዳሉ። ያንን አስመልክቶ የከተማዋ ሜር እንዲሁም በቶሮንቶና አካባቢ የሚኖሩ ኬኔዲያን በሙሉ ተሰብስበው እንግዲህ አመታችንን ካውንት ዳውን ወይንም ደግሞ ከዛሬ ቀን ጀምሮ 365 ቀን ቆጥረን ጁን 12 2026 ዓ.ም በዚህ በቶሮንቶ ከ48 አገሮች በላይ መጥተው እግር ኳስ ይወዳደራሉ። እንግዲህ ከላቲን፣ ከአፍሪካ፣ ከአውሮፓ፣ ከኖርዝ አሜሪካ እንዲሁም ካናዳም ትጫወታለች። ያንን አስመልክቶ ፕሮግራሞች ተዘጋጅተው ነበር። ብርሃን ቴሌቪዥን በቦታው ተገኝቼ አጠር ያለ ዘገባ ይዤላችሁ ቀርብ ያለቻችን የዛሬ ዓመት በጁን 12 2026 ዓ.ም ወርልድ ካፕ ፉትቦል ሶከር በዚህ በቶሮንቶ ይካሄዳል። እንግዲህ የአበሻ ቢዝነሶች ሁላችሁም ነቃ እንድትሉ ካሁኑ ለቢዝነስ እንድትዘጋጁ ከዚህ አጋጣሚ እንናገራለን። እንግዲህ ፕሮግራሙም ቀረብ ሲል የተለያዩ ፕሮግራሞችን ይዘንላችሁ ዜናዎች፣ የስፖርት ዜናዎችን ይዘንላችሁ እንቀርባለን። ብርሃኑ ነኝ ከብርሃን ቴሌቪዥን።
The Haudenosaunee and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit and Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. Now I would like to invite the chair of the Blackstaff Network to provide the African ancestral acknowledgement, so please join me in welcoming Shalin Yaboa.
Thank you, Camilla. Good afternoon, everyone. The City of Toronto acknowledges all Treaty peoples, including those who came here as settlers, as migrants, either in this generation or in generations past, and in particular, those forcibly brought to these lands as a result of the transatlantic slave trade and slavery. Today, we pay tribute to those ancestors of African origin and descent.
Thank you, Shalin. Well, we're also thrilled to be joined today by a number of distinguished guests that I do want to highlight who have made this moment possible. Knowledge keeper Daniel Secord, Chief Claire Salt, Mayor of Toronto Olivia Chow, the Honorable Adam Van Couverden, Secretary of State for Sport representing the Government of Canada, Peter Montopoli, the Chief Tournament Officer of FIFA World Cup 2026 Canada, Deputy Mayor Azma Malik, and City Manager Paul Johnson. A round of applause for all of them, please, as they made today possible. I also want to give a very special welcome to members of Toronto City Council, Toronto City staff, members from the Consular Corps, poster artist Dave Murray, Toronto Sonic ID creator Hill Kirkudis, the Dero Foundation, who were over there on the soccer pitch, as well as members from TFC, York United, the Voyageurs, and all of you from Toronto's soccer community. I now want to invite, on behalf of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, Chief Claire Salt to deliver some remarks.
Miigwech Camilla. Ani Buju, Magisikwe Indigenous, Mississauga of the Credit First Nation Dunjiba, Magisi Dodom, Mississauga Indio. Good afternoon. I am the Ogamakwe Chief Claire Salt of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. We are the treaty holders of this territory, and as Camilla mentioned, today you're on Treaty 13. I'm so excited to join you all today to launch Soccer Day and the unveiling of the clock and the 1-year countdown. FIFA World Cup is now one of the most prestigious international football tournaments in the world, and I'm so excited Canada gets to host it next year. What's even more exciting is that Toronto is one of the cities who will welcome the world. Toronto has so much to offer, and we want the world to see what a vibrant and resilient city this is. For us as the treaty holder, we are more than excited to do our part in welcoming the professional athletes and the world to the largest and greatest city in Canada. Woohoo! And I look forward to working with the greater Indigenous community of Toronto to leave an Indigenous imprint on the hearts of our visitors. We too want the world to experience our culture and the power of our resiliency behind it. As you know, Canada values diversity and inclusion, and there are so many great things on the horizon for everyone to be a part of hosting this wonderful event. And we, as the Treaty Nation, alongside the greater Indigenous community, will certainly step up to the plate and do our part to be a great contributor, participant, and host. We look forward to working with FIFA Toronto, the mayor and her council, and the other entities to make it an event to remember. And we need all of you on board to make this event memorable too. So let's work together and be the best ever FIFA World Cup event. Let's show the world what we're made of. It's my absolute pleasure to join you today, and on behalf of the Mississauga of the Credit First Nation, I want to warmly welcome you to our treaty territory and commit that we are ready to do our part and welcome the world to our treaty lands and this great city. Chimiigwech.
Thank you so much, Chief Salt, for those inspiring words. Now, before I introduce our next special guest, I do see a lot of colorful jerseys out in the crowd. Of course, Toronto is the world in a city, and so I want to hear, I know that a lot of countries haven't qualified yet, but I want to hear who all of you are supporting. I need to start with my home country, mi gente de Colombia. Do we have Argentina? Mexico? Do we have Italy? I hope you guys qualify, I really do. Do we have England? Portugal? At least Canada? Ecuador? Panama? We've got a couple. I'm sorry, I can't name all countries. The World Cup will be the biggest in history. 48 countries were qualified, and we cannot wait to kick it off right here in Toronto. And to continue the celebrations, it is with great pleasure that I want to invite Mayor Olivia Chow to say a few words. She has continued to guide the city to make Toronto a world-class host city for the FIFA World Cup 2026. So please put your hands together for Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow.
Good afternoon, Toronto. Do you love soccer? What? Do you love soccer?
Okay, football. All right, all right. Hey, good afternoon. Today is a very special day because 1 year from today, on June 12th next year, we will kick off the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Wow, with Teams Canada opening march on home turf right here at the BMO Field in Toronto. You and I know the World Cup is the biggest sports event on earth, watched by more than 1.5 billion people from South America to Europe to Asia and around the world, which is what makes Toronto the perfect city to host the World Cup. In Toronto, we welcome people from every culture, religion, language, and background. And speaking about Toronto, I have a lot of Toronto councillors here. May I trouble you to stand up so we could recognize you? Okay, that's councillor. Yeah, Toronto councillors, come on, let's just don't be shy. Yeah, Diane Sachs, Nick Mantas, Pathy Canaval, Anthony Peruzza. I saw Michael Thompson earlier. And I also have MPP Chris Glover here, any other elected rep, any other folks, and I see the committee, the FIFA committee members, all of you here. Thank you for joining us. And Toronto is the world in a city, and the people know World Cup well. Every 4 years, our city, we all come out from little Italy to little Portugal, Korean town. We cheered on, like, remember the party on Sinclair? Yeah, the party on College. We are just always cheering on our favorite teams. We are proud Canadians, and there is nothing like the World Cup game to demonstrate our pride. For the first time in decades, in 2022, we got to cheer on the Team Canada. And next year, we will do that again on our home turf. As we cheer them, we will also welcome the world to Toronto and proudly show our city where visitors from every country can find a neighborhood that looks and feels like home. So tell me, in a year, or starting now, are you ready to welcome the world in Toronto? It's so exciting. Yeah? Yeah! Woo! Now, we're not just hosting the game, we're building a stronger and more vibrant city. A Deloitte study estimated the FIFA World Cup will bring in almost $1 billion in economic revenue for the city and create more than 6,000 jobs. Local bars, restaurants, retailers, businesses are all going to benefit. And it will also last a lasting legacy in our city. We have a Soccer for All program. We are making sure that every kid will have a chance to experience the game. And we're raising money to build mini soccer pitches in neighborhoods across the city. Already? Yeah, wouldn't that be amazing? Yes, mini soccer pitches. Guess what? We've already raised $2 million. Yeah, and we're not stopping there. We are also raising money to revitalize a soccer hub with a full-size pitch at Centennial Park. Isn't that amazing, right? So that's another legacy. So the preparation is underway. We're making good progress. We are ready. I'm proud to announce June 12th will be officially known as the Soccer Day in Toronto. And some of you may not know that we have a Fan Fest location, so that through the entire month, we can come out to celebrate World Cup for free. Just like Nathan Phillips Square is for free. You know where is it going to be? It's going to be at Fort York. It's a huge big place. And the Bentway. And that's where we're going to watch the game. It's going to be so exciting with gigantic screens, I think. Yeah. And we want to welcome OPG as our first host city supporter. And let's give them, OPG, a big round of applause. Thank you for sponsoring us. Visit the tent somewhere here and say thank you. And there will be other host city supporters in the coming months. And soon you can sign up as a volunteer. Would that be amazing? Register your interest now on the FIFA website. To close, I want to thank the Government of Canada and the Government of Ontario, partners, donors, and all of you soccer fans that are making this tournament possible. We look forward to working with you to make the most successful World Cup possible. Yeah, we're ready. We are ready to welcome the world to Toronto. Thank you so very, very much.
Thank you so much, Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow. At this time, I would like to call on the Secretary of State for Sport to say a few words. Please join me in welcoming, representing the Government of Canada, Adam Vancouverdon.
Thanks, Camilla. My name's Adam Vancouverdon. I'm representing the Government of Canada today. So on behalf of your government and Prime Minister Mark Carney, I just want to say welcome to Toronto in advance. We're 1 year out. I don't think I need to get into the details because we've got hundreds of soccer fans, hundreds of football fans here that are so excited for the next year, and I count myself among them. But this is all about energy. It's all about celebrating who we are as Toronto. And really, we're not just one person or country here in Toronto. Put up your hand if you've watched a World Cup or a Euro Cup here in Toronto before. And you felt that energy, you felt that multiculturalism, you felt that we were part of something bigger than just being here in Toronto, because you could find a park or a restaurant or a bar that was cheering for the team that you were cheering for. And so many times I've gone to find, I'll tell you a secret, I'm a Dutch fan, if you couldn't tell from my last name. There we go, we got some Dutch fans. But what's really exciting about this Men's World Cup that's coming up is we get to cheer for Team Canada, right? For the first time in my adult lifetime, we get to cheer for our hometown team on home soil. And that is something truly remarkable. So look, the Government of Canada is a huge investor, but also just a huge fan of the beautiful game, the world game, and I get the huge privilege of being the Secretary of State for Sport over the next year. And it's just gonna be so much fun. When I think about all the kids that are gonna watch their first World Cup on TV, maybe they're even gonna catch a match live. That is just such an extraordinary opportunity for our city, for our province, for our country. So to every single soccer fan, every single football fan, depending on which language you speak, I just want to say thank you for your passion, for your determination, for being awesome fans. Canada, and specifically Toronto, we are great hosts. Whether it was the Pan Am Games or other multi-sport games that have come through our great city, we always show the world a really great time. And I know that in exactly 1 year's time, that's not going to be anything different. We are going to absolutely show the world a great time. Now, the best thing about coming here today was I got to see Hall of Famer Dwayne De Rosario, one of the world's greatest, certainly Canada's highest scoring ever soccer player in the MLS. And I also saw Diana Matheson, the founder of the Northern Super League, fellow Oakvillian, and the goal scorer. Everybody remembers this from the bronze medal match back in the London Olympics. We've got so many great, amazing soccer players to celebrate here in Canada. But what's great is that next year we're going to be celebrating the game. We're going to be cheering for Canada, and we're going to be having a great time just welcoming our team here. So on behalf of the Government of Canada and Prime Minister Mark Carney, I just want to say, go Canada, go. And you know what? Oftentimes we hear other people from other countries say that the world needs more Canada. But for the next year, let's just say, it's also okay that we say that the world needs more Canada. Do you guys agree? Let's invite the world over to play some soccer. Let's invite the world over to watch Team Canada play some soccer. 1 year out, Toronto. We got this. Let's go!
Thank you so much, Adam. You actually reminded me about the Northern Super League. That is an incredible feat. Canada finally has a women's professional soccer league in this country. So give it up for the Northern Super League, Diana Matheson and her entire team. It is a historic year for soccer in this country. And now I do want to point out, I do see some representatives from the USA and from Mexico, the fellow co-hosts. So a round of applause for them as well. And on that note, since we see so many countries' flags here today, I do want to remind you all, whenever we drive around Toronto during the World Cup, I always see flags everywhere. Flags from Portugal, from Italy, from England, from Mexico. Let's put up Canada flags this year. Let's put up both. So let's make sure that each and every single one of us is representing our Canadian men's national team and supporting soccer in this country. And on that note, straight from Niagara Falls, where yesterday he unveiled the official Canadian countdown clock for the FIFA World Cup 2026. Let's put our hands together and give a warm welcome for FIFA Canada's Chief Tournament Officer, Mr. Peter Montopoli.
Thank you, Camilla. Mayor, thank you for having me here. I would wear a jersey if I could, but as FIFA, I can't. I have to be impartial. But I'm wearing red, so you know which country I'm supporting. It's great to see everybody wearing their jerseys. 20 years ago when we started this journey, everybody would come and they would wear hockey jerseys representing Canada. So I think this is a transformation of a hockey country into a soccer country. And I think the FIFA Women's World Cup we hosted in 2015 made that happen. And now the FIFA World Cup in 2026 will really make it happen. So Mayor, thank you.